This is our family, and this is our home. We've been living and traveling around the world since 1998, but it didn't always look this way. See, for the first 14 years, it was just Bruno living out of a 1988 Toyota Land Cruiser. 400,000 kilometers around the world later, I showed up. Over the next 5 years, we traveled overland to Africa, the Middle East, Europe, and North America. In 2017, we sold our Land Cruiser and converted a shuttle bus into our next home on wheels. Oh yeah, and we had a baby. We are Wandering Footsteps, and this is our story. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Wandering Footsteps video. If this is your first time watching one of our videos, then welcome. And today's video topic is about how our family tries to reduce our carbon footprint, ecological footprint, basically how we try to stay as environmentally friendly as possible and reduce our consumption while living in a bus and traveling through Mexico. I'm super passionate about this topic, and one of the reasons I wanted to share it with you all today was because I've gotten so much inspiration, especially in the last year, from people that I follow on Instagram or YouTube, especially in the zero waste community. Gotten so many ideas of how we can do just a little bit better. So I wanted to share some of our ideas with you today in hopes of maybe giving you some ideas like I got from the internet, and also maybe just some inspiration. So I'm gonna get into the subject matter of the video in a little bit, but I just finished my hour of sort of meditation and yoga, and it's my turn to take care of Phoenix. So I think let's go see what the boys are up to, and I will catch you a little bit later. When we built out our bus a few years ago, we did try to do it with the environment in mind as much as possible. So that means that we used a lot of repurposed wood. We found recycled jean insulation for the walls. For the curtains, I used African print fabric that I found in my parent-in-law's attic that had been there for over 20 years. We have a dry toilet. This toilet seat is a separate toilet seat, which means it separates the liquids from the solids. So the liquids go down into a tube and the solids go into a bucket with sawdust. Pretty simple. Very basic. And then the other thing that we have is solar panels. Here on our roof, you can see 3 solar panels that make up a total of about 270 watts. Under our bed, we have 2 solar batteries for a total of about 260 amps per hour. This is our solar control panel. On the left, you see the light shining yellow-green. We are at full solar battery capacity right now. This is our new water filter. It's the newest bus edition. Before we had this water filter, we did not buy water jugs in plastic. We had a Catadine water filter. It's a portable water filter. It's about this big, and you can bring it hiking with you, and it's a very, very high quality water filter. It even can filter pee, but it's meant for people traveling in rugged conditions, and it's not meant for everyday use. And because it's a manual pump like this, it would take a really long time to filter water. So it was a lot of hard work, especially for Bruno. So we finally switched to this water filtration system, and we're really happy with it.
Again.
Yeah, what are you doing this time?
That is not a battery.
I think you only do maintenance on video day.
I go under I put this one here.
So there are certain aspects of our bus lifestyle that lead themselves quite well to minimalism and being a little bit more eco-friendly and environmentally conscious. One of them is that we don't buy things ever. We never do shopping for goods, and especially souvenirs. Our personalities are like that anyway. We're not really big into shopping, but obviously when you live in a tiny space, you don't shop. And so I really like that, because not only does it feel very freeing to be minimalist, but it reduces demand for more production, which is of course more eco-friendly. Another thing is that because we have a small water tank that we have to manually refill and therefore find water to fill it, we are very careful with our water usage. We take super short showers. We turn off the water when we're soaping up our bodies and then just turn it back on for a quick rinse. Same thing when we're brushing our teeth. Same thing when we're washing the dishes. We're just super, super careful about our water use. That's a natural tendency when you live in a bus. We subscribe to slow travel. So basically we are not doing a lot of kilometers as many of you might think. We drive super infrequently, very short distances, and when we arrive somewhere, we tend to stay for a long time. And also, when we park our bus in a campground or other spot, we don't touch it afterwards. It's parked there, it stays there for the entire time that we are in that place. And if we want to go visit things or we need to do grocery shopping, we always either walk, take our bikes, or take public transportation. So there have been entire 2-month periods where we have not had to fill up the gas tanks. Then there are a few like sort of lifestyle things that we've integrated for so many years that they are very, very natural. When we go out on outings, I pack a few things. First of all, I pack always these reusable produce bags in case we end up buying any fruit or veggies. We always have them in many different pockets in all of our different backpacks, and I always remember to bring them with me to the supermarket or the market. I also bring my reusable straws, reusable bamboo straws, because especially in Mexico, you never know when you're gonna desire a little cold juice that you can find in the market. So I always bring a straw so that I don't need to use theirs. And I even usually bring a glass jar, and that way they just put the beverage right inside. We bring Tupperware containers with us if we think that we might want to buy some food for takeaway to bring home and eat later. So it's become such an automatic part of our packing for outings that it's really, really easy to have those. And of course, that means that our backpack is always full, but we have a baby, so it's already full. Oh, the last thing that I just wanted to mention, which if you watched a couple videos ago you already know about, is that we have used reusable cloth diapers with Phoenix ever since he was born, and we've taken them with us on the bus, even though it was really hard. I'm not going to go into much detail about that because I have an entire 15-minute video on it. You can check that out below in the description box. I will leave the link. But yes, cloth diapers. So Phoenix is moving around, awake, and whining a little bit in his crib. So I'm gonna go and get him, and when I get back to the camera, I'm gonna talk to you about the most exciting part of this vlog in my mind, which is like the newest things that we've integrated into our lifestyle in the past year or so. Some really fun ideas that might inspire you to do the same. So, see you later.
I've been lost in my own thoughts. I've been lost in my mind. I've been wondering what these goals cost, and well, afraid isn't time. Yeah, I've been walking on cold outside. I've been speaking in rhymes. I've been looking at the things that we hold up, and it ain't worth a dime. My heart is broke, and yours probably is too, cause it seems like the whole world is quick to see. We feel what we feel, and often no excuse in the darkness. Our fears are running loose, so light a candle, and I curse the dark now. Become a beacon for all these broken hearts that better be and bust the way to embark on a journey alone that we couldn't quite start.
Hey again! Back from our afternoon at the beach, and I'm really excited to just wrap up this video by talking to you guys about some of the newest additions to our everyday eco-friendly zero waste-ish habits. The first one is that I have started making a lot more of my everyday household and beauty products. Actually, my all-purpose cleaner is, I've been doing this for years. I just use Dr. Bronner's water and essential oils, and I use this to wash everything. But apart from this one, all the other products that I now make are kind of new. So I now make my own sunscreen. Got this recipe from a dear family friend after trying hers, and it's amazing. I recently purchased a big pack of activated charcoal, so I decided to make activated charcoal toothpaste. And then after reading that you shouldn't use this more than a few times a week, then I also just made regular toothpaste. I had done coconut oil toothpaste, which is what this is, a few years ago, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that it didn't like soap up in your mouth and get all sudsy, so I gave it up. But I recently decided to bring it back in because I noticed that between Bruno and I, we were going through like a good fair amount of tubes per year. And then also I recently introduced Phoenix to toothpaste, and reading the ingredients list, like even on my Tom's toothpaste, which is a natural toothpaste, there were a bunch of ingredients I didn't know what they were, and I just didn't really want to put those in Phoenix's mouth. So this has literally 3 ingredients: coconut oil, a little bit of baking soda, and essential oils. That's all he needs, and so I know that he's not getting a bunch of added stuff. And as a bonus, we save like 6 or 7 tubes of toothpaste a year from going in the landfill. I now also make my own body butter. It's melted because it's so hot here, but it's literally just like cocoa butter and essential oils. And last but not least, I now make my own homemade deodorant, also using the activated charcoal powder. Another thing that I started doing, it's really tiny, but it makes a difference, is I've got a bunch of these like little cloths, and I now use these instead of tissues. So if I want to blow my nose, I use them for flossing rather than a tissue that I throw away after. So I've got a bunch of these, and we just throw them in the washer every so often. And along that same lines, this is the thing I'm actually the most excited about, though you might think I'm a little insane. I bought myself a pea cloth. This is called a Kula cloth. It's made in the US, and it's antimicrobial, silver infused. So basically, it's Phoenix that inspired this idea for me, because I've been using reusable wipes on his bum since he's born. I use this to wipe after a pee, and I can reuse it. I reuse it the whole day with the same cloth because it has silver in it, and then I just rinse it off every evening in the shower, put a little bit of soap, and then I'm good to go. So I use this now exclusively. I don't use any more toilet paper, for number one. It's actually made for hiking so that you can leave no trace when you go like backpack hiking, and then you can close it up like this to keep it clean. You can hang it on your backpack. It's a really cool product. I will put the link below in the description box in case you're interested in this. I talked earlier about how we don't really shop, but in addition to that, I've made a commitment in the last few months that we are no longer going to buy any new clothing. We are only going to buy used clothes. Now, this has pretty much almost always been the case anyway. In Canada, we are blessed. We have a few thrift stores close to my parents' house, and we just do most of our shopping there anyway. And my mom has been making a habit since Phoenix's birth of picking up things there. So she's clothed Phoenix exclusively in thrift store clothes. Basically, that's a list of some of the things that we have tried to integrate in our life. I'm sure I've forgotten some things, and this video is probably getting too long. So I'm going to leave it there for now and go outside with the boys. It's nearing the end of the day here, dinner time, and it's also nearing the end of our video. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about some of the ways that our family tries to reduce our ecological footprint and to move toward zero waste. Definitely, it is a journey. For us, it's been about slowly but surely over the years integrating more and more things into our daily lifestyle and practices. Okay. What was I saying? Definitely, this is a topic that we're really passionate about, and also always learning more. So please, if you guys have any more suggestions, things that you do in your own day or life, or things that you've heard about or inspired about to do, please do leave us a message below. Would love to hear from you. So I think that about wraps it up. We're gonna enjoy our dinner and another beautiful sunset here at our campground. Say bye.
Fui yo quien con caricias despertó en tu piel el deseo de amar. Fui yo quien tocó tu secreto por primera vez y con ternuras ahuyentó tu timidez y entró en tu cuerpo. Fui yo quien te enseñó a besar y a conjugar el verbo amar y te puso a volar más allá de la